I'm not sure you heard about the smarter home robots are available now. Okay, for house cleaning, there is a small. If you see in the picture, right, the small robotics device, cleaning devices, vacuum cleaner. It detects objects if there is any objects in on the its way. It detects its take a decision based on that. Okay, it's artificial intelligence. Here what main concept is, there is a image, they are doing image processing inside this device. They detect capture the image if it is any object, detect the image if it is object, based on that it will take decision. Image processing. So here the image processing, everything is a Python programming data. Okay, and humanoid robots, so through artificial intelligence, uh, so diagnostic pathology. Have you heard about Amazon Go? I'm showing some real-time application, artificial intelligence and machine learning, because mainly the main thing is whatever we have learned here, right? So all the programs we are going to apply in the data analytics, machine learning, artificial intelligence side. Okay. So here in these fields, they are using data, huge data. Based on the data, with the data, because in our real time scenario, why Python became popular, okay, and machine learning, artificial intelligence, all the things, why suddenly it became popular recent days, okay, recent years. Why? Because there are three main reasons. First reason is, we have a huge data, enormous data in our hand. All industries, if you take any industries, suppose if you everyone knows a Facebook, WhatsApp, what they are having a huge data, user information. If any manufacturing industries, through IoT devices, every machine, suppose if you know that uh, the latest cars, right, any car if you purchase in the market nowadays, the car engine producing more data through IoT devices. uh, the data are getting stored in the manufacturer end or some provider end. Okay, like a telematics, one of the famous companies, the telematics. They are storing the car. If you are running your car, right, they are capturing the data, all the data. With the data, what is the purpose of data? They have to utilize the data, right? They have to use the data. From the data, they can predict what will happen next. Okay, and next thing is data, we have a huge data. Another thing is the device wise, the hardwares. There is also huge development hardwares. Cheap and best hardware systems are available. Okay, they can increase the network. Okay, so that is another reason. Third reason is algorithm wise, the computation algorithms. In that area also we have a huge growth. Okay, these three main reasons for getting and that artificial intelligence, machine learning will become popular because of these three reasons. Okay, Amazon Go, you know, right? So you don't need to build. Okay, you can go, you can uh, pick the products and you can leave. Okay, so everything is artificial intelligence. Okay, mainly what nowadays, everything is a competition world, right? All industries, so they want to do they want to increase their business, because everyone interested. Even banking sector, what they are doing, they are predicting credit card falter. Okay, credit card defaulter. Okay, and they can say, suppose if one guy is applying for loan, okay, applying for any loan or anything, they can predict easily how how is that guy will pay the amount or not, through their history, everything is. Okay, that is called machine learning. So the huge artificial intelligence thing is there. Okay, now we will enter into our program. Okay, like this we have a huge case studies. Okay, yesterday we have seen Python basics and variables and input and output statement and operators mainly. Okay, now we will see some control flow. Okay, what is control flow? Okay, what is control flow? I will explain. So if you are in a programming background already, it is very easy for you. But some of our team members doesn't know program. Okay, for them I will explain it. Control flow. Suppose if you are planning to do planning to go planning to purchase anything or planning to buy some movie ticket. If get movie ticket, go to movie. If you are getting a movie ticket, what is the next step? What is the your flow? Go to movie. Else, go to mall. Right? So this is your condition. If condition is true, do one thing. If condition is not true, doing another thing. Okay. Like this, if you are having suppose if you get a movie ticket, here instead of go to movie, you are doing some set of statements. Yesterday we have seen, right, some statements. You are going to write some statement. It will execute. If it is not, it will execute another statement here. Okay. So control flow means control the flow of execution, statement execution. Okay, that is the control flow. So we have a if, else, for loop, and while loop, and break and continue. So we have a four different things. We'll see one by one. So in other programming languages, you can easily do if else condition, but here the syntax, okay, is if test expression colon will come at the end in Python. Okay, you should remember this one. Okay, so why it is required for decision making? So for decision making, right, if you want to in your execution, if based on your decision, you have to redirect the execution. Okay, based on certain condition. Okay, if it is a satisfied certain condition, you can, if certain condition is satisfied, you can execute this line. Else, if you can execute another line. Okay, for this is the syntax. Okay. Okay, here flowchart is there. If you see, there is a test expression. Okay, if it is true, body of if will execute. Text expression is true. If it is false, it come out of body. Okay, so what is the true condition? We will see how to check the condition in the example. You can see easily. This all the things are very simple. Okay, if you go through the code, you can easily understand. If you are new to the program, okay. Okay, we have a test condition. Number is greater than 0. Okay, colon. I'm passing one number 10. 10 is greater than 0. It is true. Okay. Okay. That's why it will execute. Okay. Condition, the output of condition. There are three different things. Just again. Either the condition, right? Non-zero values. Okay, here what we have seen, 10 greater than 0 is true. Either true or any non-zero. Non-zero also equivalent to true. Non-zero values. Instead of true, any non-zero comes, right? That is also true. And none and 0 are interpreted as false. Our interpreter, instead of false, there is a false. Okay, condition is if it is false, directly false. Otherwise, none or 0. This is also considered as a false. Okay, keep it remember. Okay. So in this example, what number is greater than 10. Okay. So that's why it's executed. Number is positive. Okay. Here you can easily notice the indentation. Yesterday we have seen indentation, right? How they are maintaining that indentation, the space. It's a part of if block. Okay. If block. That's why we are giving space here. Before the print, we are giving space, right? Because part of if block. So you have to maintain the indentation. It's a part of this one. If this condition is true, whatever the code block is, the maintaining indentation, right, it will execute. Okay. Okay, here it's written. Suppose if I what happened if I am not giving the indentation, proper indentation, it shows error. Expected error indented block. Okay, like this you have to play with that code. Okay. Okay. Suppose if I want to add the next indentation, if you maintain the proper indentation, it will execute part of if block. Okay. You have to think about it. Okay. Here it it will not execute because the condition is getting failed. Okay. So it's not execute. Now we will see. This is also always printed. Why? Condition is failed. That's why this line always executed. It's out of body. Okay, out of. Okay, like this you can try various things. So if you have a if, okay, if else test expression with colon, because normally the new programmers always forget this colon in Python. Okay, so we have to maintain that colon at the end of the test expression, body of if. Else we have to maintain some colon, else colon. Okay, body of else. Okay, it will if it is true, this will execute. Otherwise it will, this one will execute. Okay, you can refer this flow chart. So for example, you can see condition here. Okay, easy example. Okay, we have seen if and else. There is one more thing. If suppose the three condition you have to maintain. Okay, here three condition. If you get a movie ticket, go to movie. Okay. Else if you are getting some what is it? Some other offer. So if there is no else if. Okay, in other programming there is else if. Okay, instead of else if, here we are using elif. Okay, here you should remember these things. Okay, at the end of the test expression you should use a colon, and there is elif. Okay, colon test expression colon else. Okay, if you are having you can use n number of elif. Okay, based on your condition. You go to this flow chart, you can see. Okay, based on the conditions, it will execute the body of code. Okay, next nested if statement. Okay, inside the if statement we can maintain the another if else statement. Okay, that is a nested if else statement. Okay, so this is similar to other programming languages. Okay, here one case study is find the largest number. Okay, there is a three numbers through elif, finding the largest number based on the condition. Okay, if it is a true, it will execute this line. If it is a, so we are checking this condition through only if elif else. Okay, go through this assignment. Okay, do it yourself. Okay, and understand, very simple only. Okay, there is no complication. Okay, next Do you have any question on if loop? This is a simple one, right? If you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay. How we are doing in for loop? Okay, for iteration, a for loop is very important for iteration. Yesterday we have seen a list of more than one. If you have more than one item, right? We have seen a list, tuple, and set and dictionary and strings, right? So if you want to iterate, if you want to execute all items one by one, we have to use for loop here. Okay, that is the main important things. So we have a sequence object. Sequence object means a list and whatever we have seen yesterday, right? Some data types. Okay. If you have a sequence object, if you want to execute each and every, we have a list. Okay. List 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. We have a list. That is a sequence. If you put for value in some sequence object list, here we are setting some statement. Okay. We are putting some statement. Okay. So what happened here? After executing this line, it will take the first item and value 1. So we can play with, we can write code with 1. Okay. It will execute, if you write a generic a generic code, it will take and execute 1 here. Next after execution, what happened? Go to next line and get next value and execute it again. Then go to, okay, like that it will execute. Okay, for each items in the sequence, iteration over a sequence is called traversal. Okay, so the traversal happen in the for loop. This is the syntax. So val is the variable that takes value of the item inside the sequence on each iteration. Loops continues until we reach the last item in the sequence. Last item in the sequence. Okay, it will execute all items one by one. Okay. For this for loop, you can see refer this flowchart. For each item in the sequence, it will check last item is reached or not. Internally it will check, we are not checking any condition. If it is reached, it exit the loop, otherwise it executed again next item. Okay. Condition. Here see this example. We have a list of numbers. We have a list object here. Okay, it has some numbers. So we are checking iterate over the list. We have to iterate over. Suppose in this condition, business case, we have to identify which is the. We have to check whether it is. We have a 13 in this list or not. That time you have to what you normally will do. We have to iterate. We have to check each and every item. So for that you can use for loops. Here what we how we are doing for value. Val is a variable. Okay, val in list numbers. So we are getting sum of all items value. So first take 4 and add next items with the 4 like this. Okay, we can use. Here if you execute this one, the sum of all elements. Yes. Okay. Here we are you putting condition like this instead of this compound operator. We will try with the, if you see operator session, right, you can remember that. That is also same. Okay, we are using compound operators here. Okay, we have okay, Karan asked you. Okay, simple. We have yesterday we have seen some list of items. Okay, sequence object like a list tuple, set, dictionary. If you have attended, you can easily remember that things. Okay. So we have a list of some list sequence object like this, 1132, like this. If you want to execute, if you want to do some logic, what is my business logic here is I have to add all the elements. I have to get sum of all elements, sum of all elements. So normally what we'll do, take first element, plus add second, it will give some result, 32, it will give 43, then add with third element, 46, plus add with fourth element, 50. Okay. So we are doing taking elements one by one and doing our calculation. Here we can use for loop for that. For what it will do, it will take each and every items and we can do iterate over the each items. We can do our business. That is the for loop. Okay, if you go, I will share them this document. If you go through it, you will understand current. Okay, no worry. Okay, what is a range function? Okay, range inbuilt function. So Python has this range. Okay, we can generate sequence of number using range function. What we in our example we have list of items. Okay, so if you don't have any list of item, through range function we can generate a system itself will generate range, some numbers range. You know the range, right? From one numbers to some other number, there is a range 10, range of 10 will generate numbers from 0 to 9. Okay, remember that, and the last number will start with 0, 10 minus 1 till 10 minus 1, it will be there. 10 numbers, totally 10 numbers. Range 10 means totally 10 numbers is there. Okay. Okay. Range means start, stop, and step size. Three parameters there in range. Okay. One is start, where to start, and next thing is where to stop. Stop. What is the step size? Okay. Okay, here if you give range alone, only one number, 10 means it start with 0, end with a 9. Step size default is 1. So like this it is there if you have only one parameter. If you give two parameters like this, 2 to 8, start with 2, end with 7, 8 minus 1, 7. The step size, default step size is 1. Okay, so range, it will give the range of numbers. You can use range function for that. If you specify the step size, it will be give the number based on the so steps. Skip the step. See here in this range function, print range of 0, the start 0 to 9, range 10. Here what we are doing, converting into the list. That's why it comes with a square bracket and comma separated. Okay. Okay, and range 2 comma 8, start with 2, end with 7. Step size, what is the step size? Okay, there is a 3 parameters as I said earlier, right? Start, stop, step. You have to remember, range means in many places we are using start, stop, and step. If step is not there, default step is 1. If stop is start is not there, default start is 0. That's it. Okay, go through it. Okay, in for range also is a sequence. It gives the sequence number, right? We are doing each iteration for each items in the range. Okay, what we are doing, we are taking range of 10 and iterate all the items, just to print the items here. Okay, that's it. Here the same thing with the step size we are doing in for loop. Okay, please go through the code, okay, and practice yourself, then only you can remember. Okay, when you are seeing class, okay, always looks like it will be very easy, but if you practice, then only it will give a good experience. to you. Okay, if you go through the big case studies, whatever we have seen, right? We have seen some. Okay, so it will be very useful for when you go to any case, if you write any programming. Okay, we can use a range function in the for loops for iterate. Okay, the sequence of numbers. If you have a sequence of list item, you can do, otherwise you can generate through range function. Okay, suppose if you have a list of names like this. Okay, string. What is this? This is a list. Okay, it has a each item is a string. Okay, so if you want to iterate all the names, how to do this? Okay, you have to take a length. Okay, length of names. Names is a list object. It has a certain length. We have to use like this here. Okay, it will be getting printed. So how to use else condition in for loop? Okay, the for loop can have a optional else block as well. Okay, if you have a else block, you can use. Once it is a for loop and the else part is executed, if the items in the sequence is exhaust, okay, if it is over, then is a else loop will execute. Okay, for with else you can use else always execute once it is over. Okay, and inside of for loop, if you want to any if condition you can use. Okay, here this one you can see here what we are checking, whether it is a even number or not. We are checking that one. If it is even number, it goes out. Okay, we are checking only even number. You will see what is a break and continue. You will see break means it will disconnect that execution here. Okay, we are having digits. Okay, digit what 1 2 3 is a list of items, sequence items. It will iterate. We are checking this condition whether it is a even. Okay, if it is a even number, it will come out of the for loop. Okay, here the case study is prime numbers within the interval. There is a two numbers 20 and 60, whatever you can select within this interval. So you have to type all prime numbers. Okay, the prime numbers means it should be divided with one and itself. That is the prime numbers, right? So go through this program, understand, type yourself, and each go through each and every line. What is it? What it is doing? If you don't know, or if you have any queries, please check with me. We will discuss. Don't think about it as a small doubt or big doubt. Okay, whatever it is, come with. Okay, someone typing. Great. Okay. So next is while loop. Okay, Karan sir, I will share the recordings. Okay, please go through it. You still after that, if you have any doubt, you can connect with me. Okay, no issues there. So is it fine for you, right? Which one you want? You want this one? Okay. There is okay here. We are taking a range. Okay, range. Okay, range, we are having start and stop number 20 to 60. We can get step size is 1. It will take all numbers 20, 21, 22 like this till 60. First condition, if number is greater than 1. Okay, condition is passed, so it will execute. Come here. So we are taking 20 first, is a greater than 1. After that, in this these lines, what we are doing is we are checking from 2 to till this number 90. We are checking is it is getting divided or not. If it is divided with any of this number, it will not prime number. Okay, we are checking in this area, we are checking this condition. Okay, so go through it, go through these lines, you will understand. Okay, so the previous case study is we are checking in among three numbers, we are checking which one is the greater number. In this condition, we are printing all the prime numbers between in an interval, within an intervals. Once you complete, and in our Telegram group, once you go through these two case studies, right, just at the end of the day or tomorrow, just send a message completed. Okay, completed the homework. Okay, while loop. Okay, similar to for loop, while loop, the same. Both are condition wise, both are execute all the things. So, okay, execute till the satisfy the expression. While loop, Python is to iterate over a block of code as long as the text expression is true. While there is some expression will come, as long as is true, it will execute the while expression. Okay. The body of loop is entered only if test expression evaluates to true. After one iteration, the test expression, as long as this condition is true, right, it will execute. Again, once it is done, go to the condition and check whether it is a condition is true, then execute. Okay, till the condition is getting false. Okay, it will execute. Okay, process continues until the test expression evaluate to false. Okay, if you go through like this theory or like this sentence, it will difficult to understand. If you go see any sample, you can easily remember. In normally people will forget in one condition here. Okay, this is the flow chart for the while loop. Okay, see this example. We have a okay. Find the product of all numbers present in your list. This is a case study. We have n is equal to 10. Okay. Here we are using some condition. What is the condition here? Condition. While condition. What is the test expression here? Test expression. What is this? I greater than or equal 10. What is I? I is 1 greater less than or equal to 10. 1 is less than or equal to 10. Okay. 1 is less than or condition is true. So it will execute. Okay. Sum plus I. What is I? 1. 0 plus 1. 1. So sum have value 1 now. So the next condition, if you are not giving this line, right, what will happen? The condition always same, always true, right? I always 1. The again it goes to while condition, execute the same again. So for that you have to increase. Okay, update the counter. Okay, this is a very important line here. If you forget this one, it's keep on running. Your system will crash. Okay. In while loop, we should remember we have to update the test expression based on the condition. So we have to update the counter here. Okay, this is very important. And normally people forget in while loop. After that, they are, oh, my system is keep on running like this. Okay, they will come up with complaint. Got it? Okay. So what we are doing, we are product of all numbers present in the list. If you see what will happen here, gives 0 because sum is 0. Okay, while loop. We can use else with while loop. Okay, similar to for loop, you can use at the end of the while execution, right? It will execute else part. So while part is false, then it will exit. At some point, it will be the condition will fail, right? False. It goes to false. After that, it will execute. Okay, in this while loop case studies, average and keeps the count if it is a non-negative. Okay, enter any number. Okay, between any number, 12, 13, 15. So what it will do? Average of whatever the non-negative numbers what we have entered, right? So calculate the average. Okay. So we are using while loop here. Okay. Go through these case studies. Okay. Go through these 3 case studies. You will understand what is if and for and while loop. Okay. Where we can use simple case studies only. Okay. It's not a complicated. Which one you are saying? Can you unmute and speak, Karan? I didn't get clearly what you are asking.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me.
So I was saying that this average of numbers you have calculated by mean, na?
Average sum divided by total count. Yeah.
Yeah, you have done it by mean, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
have calculated the mean.
Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Average. Yeah, this one, this line. Yeah, right. You are right. Good. Okay. So there is some condition. Okay. Inside if or for wherever. Suppose if you want to break some execution. Okay. So inside, while you are executing, right, that control flow inside the body of if condition, body of if you want to stop some execution or continue the next iteration. Okay, for that you can use a break and continue statement. Okay, break and continue statement can alter the flow of the normal loop. Okay, we terminate the current iteration. For that you can use, okay, and break statement, enter the loop. Okay, here. Okay, so here we are having a condition here. Okay, inside for loop what will happen, the all iteration happen. So each and every iteration in the sequence, each and every items will be iterated here. Okay, so if, based on some condition, if you put break code inside the for loop, what happen? It moves to go outside for loop. Okay, it goes to outside the for loop. Okay, break. So here 1 2 11 12 14 16, you are putting some condition, val is equal to 12, means you are putting break statement here. What it will happen, what it will execute 11 first, comes for 12, in 12 it will check the condition, value is equal to 12. For that we are break statement will execute. Break statement, what it will do, it's come out of for loop, it goes to next, comes out, it won't execute remaining items. Okay, that is a break statement. Come code outside for loop. Okay, but suppose you have to skip only that item, you have to move to next item, means you can use continue instead of break, you can use continue. Continue, continue. If you put a continue condition, continue based on some condition. If you put a continue statement, what it will, it skip, okay, the execution of the remaining line in the statement and goes to next item. In the same our sample, right? 11, 12, 14, right? We are checking condition. The condition is values is equal to 12. 12 means it will skip the remaining execution. It goes to 14 next items. That's it. Continue. Okay. So if you want to redirect, if you want to change the control flow, you can use a break and continue statement. Break and continue. Okay. Okay. Here we are having a list of items, numbers in numbers. Okay. If number, and the same example I said, number is equal to 4 means break. It won't execute. Instead of break, we will see 2. Instead of 2. What it will? It will execute only one item. After that, it outside the for loop, right? Okay. Here we are getting some input from user, asking them to enter a number. We are checking condition whether it is a prime number or not using a break statement. Okay, prime number or not. You know the what is a prime number, right? We are checking that condition here. Okay, so we are using all the while and if and break here. Okay, go through this one. Okay, case studies and continue statement. Skip the rest of the code for the current iteration, then move to the next items. It is a continuous statement. Okay. So print odd numbers. Okay. Print odd numbers present in the list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to print odd numbers. So we are checking this condition. If divisible by 2, it doesn't give any reminders. That is odd number, right? So we are checking. That is even number. First we find the even number. If it is a even number, we skip the execution and move to next item. That's it. Okay. So till now what we have seen, we have seen if else, for loop and while loop and break and continue. Okay. So here we will see any for loop in the case studies. See here we are using in real-time case studies, we are using some for loop and range, VIF calculation, variance, inflation. Okay, in that is for machine learning. Okay, so we are using for loop here. Okay, in the real time. So if you go through all the codes and case studies, if you see this case studies, you can easily understand what is happening here. Okay, that's why the basic is very, very important. Okay, we will take a break now. Time is 9:56. Okay, I will connect at 10:10. Okay, 15 minutes. Okay, bio break. Okay. Okay, we will connect at 10:10. Yesterday we have seen a list. Okay, what is list? Some introduction, but there are many operations, many things we can do with the list. Okay, we will see what are the things, how to create a list, how to what are the different functions are there in list. We will see, okay, in detail, because whatever we are doing right in programming, so we are having we have to handle the list. Okay, here if you see here, right? So if we know the inbuilt function, it will be easier to handle list. Okay, as you know, right, a list is a sequence of values. Okay, similar to an array, like other programming languages. So list is ordered. Okay, it has ordered. Ordered means it has index values. Suppose list A, B, C, D means it has a zeroth index, one, two, three. So it has ordered and accessed by index. List can contain any sort of object, not only one object. This one is might be a character, and this one is a string, a integer, or string. So any sort of objects. Okay. And next thing is lists are changeable, mutable. So if you want to change any items, you can change the items. Okay, that is the main properties for a list. How to create a list? You can directly assign like this. Several ways you can create a new list. Simple is enclose with a square bracket and comma separated values. Okay, that is list. You can create you can directly assign comma separated and with a square bracket values. You list will be getting created. Okay. So here we are showing the different types. Okay, mixed data type. Otherwise you can create a empty list. Simple, just if you mention anything with the square bracket, there's a empty list. We can add items on the list. Okay, empty list. For that we are using list constructor. Okay, in a programming world, so we are having a class. Okay, so list is a one type of class. Okay, so in suppose if you see that Python, the basic inbuilt function, right? So it has some empty constructor, list constructor inside the class, list class. Okay, that is called constructor. Whenever you are creating a list, you have to use this list constructor or list function. Okay, keep it list function. Okay, because the word constructor will be getting confused, so don't. If you want to create any list object, you have to use list function. For conversion, we have seen, right, for converting from one data type to another data type, what we are doing, we are using what data type we want to convert a list data type, we have to use list function. Inside that thing, we have to pass parameter what you want to convert. Here what we are passing, string. So the string is getting converted into list like this. Okay, so here what we are passing in this list, tuple means what? It's a bracket with a square bracket with the comma separator. Okay, parenthesis with the comma separator values. So we are passing, this one is tuple, we are passing inside the list function. So the list is getting created. So how to create a nested list? We can use a list of list, square bracket, the outer list. Inside this we can use mini list. Okay, the list can contain sub list. Okay, so this is called, that is called a nested list. Okay, how to access the list? List is ordered, right? 0, 1 index, based on it has some index values. So with the index we can access the list. Okay, so start with 0, the index start with 0. Here in this list, you can access the individual item. Okay, this one is a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, list of 0 means what? It will render red. If it is a list of 2, blue is getting red. You can access the values inside the access the item based on the index. Okay. Suppose Python will raise an index error. So we are having only 5 items. If you access L of 10, you are trying to access index outside of index. It shows the list the index out of range. Okay, in here what we have seen is very very important. One thing is start with 0. Okay, we are trying to access 0 to entire length. Okay, this is a positive list. Okay, and another way there is a this one, we are having positive index 0 1 2 3 4. In another way, in negative list, you start with -1 in the last items, right? Start with -1 -2 -3 -4 -5. So you can access the list through negative index also. Negative index means at the last item it has -1. Okay, you can access value like this, negative list indexing, backward from end of the list. Okay, the negative, you should remember some places uh, we can use minus list of -1 like this. Okay, so it's a similar way. First we are accessing, okay, here we nested list. Here we are having a nested list. L of 2 means what? This one is 0 1 2 3 4. First we are taking L of 2. We are taking this one. Inside this one we are taking second index. This one is 0 1 2. This one is getting printed. Got it? So you can access it based on the index. Okay. Okay. How to slice? Okay, a slice in the sense sub list. We want to take a list inside a list. We have to take some items from n to m. Okay, so from always noted with start and end value. Start with the nth items and to the mth items. Okay, here we are having a list. We are taking 2:5. Start with 0 1 2 3 4 5. Start with always end -1. 2 to 5 minus 5 minus 1 4 till 4 2 3. CD is getting printed. Okay, like this 0 to 2 3 2 minus 1. Where is 3 3? This one is a 3 3 minus 1 is this one -1 before that DE. Okay, because this one a negative index -1, right? -1, sorry, -1 -2 -3. Here start value start with 3 positive index, end value minus index -1 from this one to this one, but always before that items, right? -1.
So,
Yeah, yeah, tell me.
I was just saying that the value which we are not getting here is we can count it as step, right?
Okay, just again, who is this talking?
Current, sir, current.
Current, yeah.
So we can count it as step, right? As you told earlier, like there is a start, there is a stop, and there is a step. So we can count it as step.
For range, I said okay, start stop, but slice, right? Here only two parameters. Slice, slice. You are slicing the list between start and end. That's it. Okay. Okay. Here only thing is you have to notice here end is -1. -1 means last item. From last there are two types. There are two types you can define the index. Positive index start with 0 to till end, and reverse you can start at the backward from last items to first item. At the time you have to use -1 -2. Okay, so they are using two indexes here. First start index is positive index, and the end item is a negative index. Okay, so you have to cautious about this one. Okay. Okay. Change items in the values because many places in our real-time case studies we have to change the items based on condition. Okay. For that, list is mutable. Mutable in the sense you can change the items. Okay. Okay. You can use a list for changing the items. Okay. Suppose next thing is if you want to add any items to the list, you can use append function. Inbuilt a list as append. Append means at the end it will be getting added. Okay, append or insert. Insert means you can define the where to insert, whether to which zeroth index or first index where to index. You can define that one also. Okay, insert. You can use append. Append means at the end it will be getting added. Insert means you can specify the position where do you want to add. So you can combine the list. You can combine two lists. If you have a two list, if you want to combine, you can combine the list. Just use the extend. Okay, extend, or you can use some operator L plus icon like this. Okay, you can combine in different ways. You can do this one. One is the extend. Otherwise, you can use the operator. Okay. Next thing is remove item. Okay, what are the things we have covered is how to create a list. Okay, and with the list function you can create a list or empty list or a square bracket with the comma separated value. You can create what is the nested list. How to access the list of items by index, in positive index, negative index, both ways we can access. And so how to slicing a list. Okay, start and the end. Okay, if you specify the start and end, it is getting sliced. And change the item value. How to change it? Based on the index, you can change the item value. Whether it is a positive or negative, you should specify the index. Okay, it will be getting, because list is mutable. That's why you can change the item value. If you want to add items to a list, you can use append or insert. Append means that will at the end it will be getting appended, and insert you can specify the position, and combine you can combine two lists. How to remove items from the list? If you know the index, right, you can use, if you specify the index, it will be getting removed. Okay. Okay, here we are using pop function. Pop, inside that pop, we are putting index. Red is the 0, the green is the 1 index. We are putting 1. So green is getting removed. Here in the pop written, what items it is? Suppose you are having, just a second. Okay, you can in the removed items you can get using pop. Suppose if you are having some UI page, right, in web application, if you are deleting something, right, in the message shows, right, these items is successfully deleted, like this. What they are doing, they are capturing what are the items you are trying to delete. Okay, like this, if you remove anything, right, the removed items it getting captured through pop function. Okay, you can have it in your hand. Okay. Okay, green is getting deleted. Okay, another function, if you want to remove items, you can use a del. Okay, delete function. What is it? This one is a keyword for Python has a keyword del. You can delete. Yeah, which item you want to delete? List of one. First item is getting, but here it won't return the deleted item, but pop will return deleted item. Okay, you see the difference. Remove item by value. Whatever we have seen in the remove items based on the index, but here you can use value. If you know the values, you can remove. Okay. Okay, here only the first occurrence, right? It is suppose here In this example, we are having a red two times. Which one is getting deleted? The first occurrence. Okay, see the difference. Okay. Okay, del option, yeah, you can use, but del option, what it accepts? Del option, it accepts the index. If you pass the index, you can. But if you pass value, means you should use the remove only. Got it? Okay, remove multiple items. Remove multiple items. How to remove multiple items? Okay. Okay. This one is what is slicing. We are getting slice and remove and the entire sub list. Here 1 to 4. 1 to 4 means green, blue, yellow is getting removed. Okay. Remove all items. Clear. You can use a clear function. Okay. Okay. Replication. Okay. I want to type n number of item or n number of time. Okay. You can use like this. Multiply. Okay. Operator. Some operator. You can see if you go through the example, you can understand what are the inbuilt list. We can do many operations, right? You can try, you can play with this operations. Okay, find the list length. So because in many places, how many items we should know, right? For that, you can list how many items the list contains. You can use a length function, length of list. It will check if the item exists in a list or not. In operator, we have seen this one, in and not in operator. Okay. Suppose we want to check, suppose you have 100 employees, we have to check this employee name is there or not. Okay. If it is there, you can check, you can continue. Otherwise, you can control flow, the condition test expression, right? What is the text expression, right? Here we are having a red, green, blue, some list. We are checking whether red is there or not. If it is a red in L, if yes, we can do our business logic here. If red is there, whatever we can write to program here. Okay, we can write. And same way you can use not in. If here we are checking yellow not in L, it return always test expression. Okay, it returns true or false only. Got it? Okay, we are having three items. We are checking whether this item is in list these items or not. Here we don't have yellow. Yellow not in L is true. Yellow is not there in L, total L. Okay. Red in L, red is there, is true. Okay. So we can use in or not. We are checking what if item exists in a list or not. We are checking here. So iterate through a list. How to iterate? You can use a for loop. Okay, for items in L, it will iterate all the items. Okay, already we have seen enough examples in for loop. Okay, so we have seen various methods. Okay, you can try with all these methods. Already we have seen many here. Oh, I didn't get Mohammed. You typed something. Oh, is list have any restriction in size? No, no, no restriction. But restriction wise, sometimes if you have a huge data, right, you are using CPU, right? So CPU will take time to load. For that, if you have a huge data, huge GB size data, also we can accept. Okay, but your system should support. How to create empty list to take user input? Okay. See, in this example, how to create empty list. This one is empty list. Already you have created. And now what is the next step? After getting user input, already you have, we have many examples for how to get user input. Type something, right? Input function. You can get an input function. Okay. Then how to insert items in the list. Here in this add items to a list. Just append whatever you surrender, right? Just append. In many of our examples already we have seen. Okay, like gave some homework, right? In that example, it is there. You can verify that one. Okay. Okay. Next thing is how to copy, create a copy of list. Okay. So if you want to duplicate, create a copy of list. Just list dot copy function. Okay, that's it. Okay, it will be getting copied in the X. Okay. Okay, there are some difference copying that list. Okay, we'll see. This is a very important thing. Okay, here here there is a difference between copy and assignment. Assignment statement. Okay, we have a some list. So this list, old list, is getting assigned to new list. Okay, now in our hand we have a two list, old list and new list. Okay, in new list we changed first items x x. Okay, this is instead of red we are changing into xx. If you print old and new, what happens? Both the places will be getting changed. Got it? Instead of copy, if you use assign operator, just assign one list to another list, create another list. Okay, now you have a two list. If you change anything in this value items, both the list is getting changed. Both the list values are getting, both the list values are getting changed. Okay, suppose if you use copy, what happened? It's a create copy of this list into the different memory. Create a copy of this list into different memory. So if you change anything in the original list or old list, it won't affect. Okay. Okay. Here in this real-time scenario, you have some employee salary list, sal list. You have thousand employees. You are going to process this one in for loop. You are doing some logic. Okay, you are changing something in the list because list is mutable. You are applying changing. But in the original list, you have to maintain that original list. In some other calculation, it will be used in your program. For that, you can use which one is best, whether it is creating the duplicate list like this or like this, which is the best way. If you don't want to disturb the original list, you should copy like this. You can use this new list, so you can keep old list as it is. Okay, so you have to uh, clear on this when you are duplicating the list with assignment operator or copy, which is the best way. Best one. Okay. Okay, if you are assigning, okay, here in the same thing. Okay, here what I did is, here I am using some assignment. Okay, if I am using the slice operator and assigning to the some new, creating some new list through slice. What happen means, slice means it will create a copy, is equivalent to copy. Okay, here is equivalent to assigning a slice of the entire list to a variable is equivalent to copy method. Okay, got it? Clear? I hope clear on this. You are clear. Okay, count. So count number of occurrence. I say, yeah, I said it clearly, right? If you, this one is, if you have a equal assignment operator means you are creating a new list, but both are same, both are sharing the same memory. If you change anything, it will affect both the places. Okay, in this example, in this example, if we create a copy, it won't affect, it won't disturb original list. Okay, if you change anything in the new list. Here, if you change anything in the new list, both the list is getting affected, both the not affected is getting changed. Here, instead of l- if you are using slice operator and assign to the new list means is equivalent to copy, equivalent to copy. It won't disturb the original. It won't if you change anything in the new list, it won't change the original list. That is the difference. So based on your need, you can use. Okay. So count occurrence, number of occurrence, how many items. Suppose if you want, if you have a list of employee salary, so you have to check only people who are having a 50,000 salary. You can how many people you can get the count like this. Okay, based on the value it will return. Here we are having a red, green, blue. We are checking count how many reds are there. One. Okay, so count is a different, length is a, people getting confused with the count and length. Okay. Okay, here in this list we are, okay, this is the package. We have to import package. Okay, it's a package one, counter package, because it's not an inbuilt program. If someone released a counter and write on over, because in feature of Python we have is extensible, right? People write some open source program and release that packages. Like this, we are having n number of packages. Here we are using counter. What is the counter mean? Here we are having A, B, C, D something, right? How many A's, how many B's, how many C's we want to count. In the real-time case studies, it will be helpful because here we are having a one data set, okay, in your population, okay, population data set. Name, that guy name, hi, some Ram or Joseph, like this, okay, something, male or female, male or female, like this, okay. We want to count in the end that how many male, how many female, okay. That time you can use the counter operator, okay. List you can use. So reverse, how to reverse the list? You can directly inbuilt. We have a reverse function for list. L dot reverse. Something is an inbuilt function. Something is Python has a Python. Python when we have to pass list parameters inside. If you see all the example, you can easily remember which one is a list has. What are the inbuilt function list has? Reverse, red, blue, 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 green, red is getting reversed. Okay. So for reversed, so we are printing with the iteration, for iteration. Okay. Sorting. So ascending and descending order sorting. Okay. Default is ascending. Okay. Blue, green, orange, everything is sort inbuilt function. Here this sort is showing error. Why? Because it's a mixed type. Okay. So the system will be getting confused. So some items is integer, some items are string. Okay. That's why. So you can, how it is getting started is compare the all items one by one. So based on the uh, order, it will be sorted. Okay. Here reverse is true. Reverse is true. So default is ascending order, right? Here is a descending. We are passing one parameter. Reverse is true. Okay. Based on the key length, based on the text length, we are sorting here. Okay. Okay. This in this case studies. Okay, inside the sort, we can pass parameters. Sort function, we can pass parameter. It's a whether we can specify whether it's a default function is true, means ascending order getting reverse. So in descending, it is getting reversed. Another thing is based on the key length, number of items length, we can sort. Okay, Third thing is you can define your own function. So how to define function, everything you will see later. But just for example, you see some function is there. You can apply this function here. So custom function. Okay. Based on that, you can sort. Okay. Here we have a list. Inside the list, we are having a tuple. Bob 30, Sam 35, like this age, some age. Okay. My function is E of 1, 0, first element, each list, right? So here, just again, here we are having some tuple. What is above 30? Next is Sam 35. Next is Max 25. Okay. Okay. What we are doing in this custom function, we are having a list. This one we have to sort based on the age. Okay. So till now, what we have seen, the default we are having a length, we can sort and ascending, descending. Okay, fine. Based on the age, inside the list we are having some tuple. Okay. So we are having some custom function. It has a tuple. We are passing tuple to the custom function. So we are passing first items B30. This one is zeroth index. This one is index 1. Here what we are taking? We are considering the first item. First items in the sense B30, Bob 30. First item, zeroth index, first index. So based on the first index, we are starting here. Okay. So in key function, we can pass this custom function, whatever we have written. Each item goes here, and based on that, it will be getting sorted. Okay, it will be difficult to understand. Now go through the code, you will easily understand. Okay. Custom function also is used to getting sorted. Go through this line. The similar concept is getting applied here. Okay. Okay. Some places mixed data type, mixed case sensitive. One is uppercase and lower case. Okay. For that, if you sort in default, it will return green, red, and blue comes because it's a smaller case, right? That's why it's at the end. Okay. If you want to consider the case sensitive, you can use str.lower. Everything is converted into lower, and check the it is getting sorted after that. Okay. Okay. So built-in function list. Okay. Here there is a some all function. All. So Python has a function all. If we pass any items, any sequence in the all, everything is a false. It returns. If all the items are true, then only it return true. If any item is false, it return false. Okay. As I said earlier in one example, true means what? Either true or any non-zero value. Here what we are having, non-zero value. So all the items are true. That's why the all function returns true. False. False means what? Either false variable or zero or any none. We have any zero, it is false. Here it is checking all function, checking all the items. All items are non-zero or all items are true, then only it returns true. If any items are zero or any none values or any false, it returns false. Okay, all function. So we are taking all function here. Okay, there is some example for all. Any function similar to all. Any, if anything is true, return true. If anything is uh, true, if all items are false, return false. Here zero, so everything is false. That's why any item return false. Here any one is a true, return true. Okay. Enumerate in the sense we are setting some values to each item. You are okay. Enumerate. So I trouble start with some we are assigning some index. Okay, you can keep it remember like this. Okay, we are having a start counter from 10. Enumerate in the sense list So we are having a list. We are default is enumerate, default enumerate. This one is a default enumerate. Okay, default. We are having a list. Enumerate means what is the enumerate? 0, 1, 2. Because default start with 0 to end. But you can change the index from. You can set the value for enumerate. Okay, don't getting complex for this. Okay, keep it very simple. Okay, go through this one. Okay. Max, finding how to find the max value, you can use the inbuilt max function. Okay, max value and the minimum value, you just pass the list whatever it contains, right? Based in that items, it will check the give the max value and min value. And okay, we have seen sort function. There is some function in sorted function, two more one more function for sorting. So you can check that sorted, how to is getting sorted here. Okay, the same thing we have to, this sorted function is Python function. Okay, Python function means, okay, here see the difference. This sort is L dot sort, list having this function, sort function. But here simple sorted is a Python inbuilt Python function. It's not a part of list function, but inside the sorted we are passing list. You see the difference, right? Okay, sum, how to get the sum? We have a sum function. Okay, so I will share this document, go through this because whatever we are seeing related to list, right, is very important. If you practice yourself, when you go to the case studies or any machine learning programs or any programs, Python program, it will be very useful for you. Okay, if you go through any case studies, because in if you search it in Google, lot of case studies, a lot of program codings are available. If you see the line, you should understand what is it, what is doing in that line. Okay, for that you have to go through these examples, simple function, what is it, how it is doing. Okay, so if you remember those things, if you go through any code, you can easily understand what will be it. Okay. Okay, do you have any questions? Okay, I will share the document in day 2 folder in Google. Okay, Drive, go through it.